Tech is filmed in front of a live canine audience.
Okay, seems that there's still a lot of discussion out there about the SID chips and whether you can tell a difference. I truly haven't found any place I have yet, but we're going to sit down today. Got the Ultimate still on the bench, still hooked up HDMI capture. You're not going to see much of me today. I know you're probably happy about that. The goal is really just to take the Ultimate, let's load up and go back and forth. You guys had some great things in the comments to try on the mixer settings. I hadn't even played in there, so excited to dig in a little bit, maybe give you guys some more comparison between this UltiSID going on and a real SID chip. So here we go. All right, so first things first, we're gonna dig in the audio setup and see how this goes. I'm gonna let you guys see it so you can see if there's anything jumps out at you. So our SID socket, we got our 6581 in SID socket 1. It is enabled. So that's good. And if we also go in audio setup, we're also going to go to the audio mixer. And you see I've got UltiSID 1. And just for good measure, we'll go ahead and turn off UltiSID 2. So at this point, we have no of the UltiSIDs turned on. We should be operating purely on the SID socket. So we're going to give that a run with some things and see what it sounds like. Okay, we're going to return to just the basic cassette that comes with the system. And thankfully they've included several games for us. We're gonna run them side by side. You see a blue background around it as we have right now. That blue background means we are running things on the 6581 SID only and not any UltiSID. If we have a red background on it, a red background is gonna mean that we're running on the UltiSID. So we'll record a few of these here and run them back. Okay, what do you think? Can you tell a difference? Can't say I can really tell much of a difference, but Quinn says she didn't see much. Quinn, did you see any difference? You hear anything? No, she didn't hear anything. So I think that's where we are. But it did inspire me. I'm going to take the 6581 back out of here, put it back in my other Commodore, that the one that I said looks like it has been in some sort of battle against time and color and who knows what else, and try and get that one up and running again so I can have a couple working 128s. There's no real reason to leave, in my mind, to leave this SID chip in here in the Ultimate. No real reason in Quinn's mind. Oh man, she's put her head down. Quinn! Oh, she doesn't care. Oh well. All right. That's it. Thanks all. Have a good one. All right. Going to throw a little addendum on here as a quick word of warning to anybody who's crazy like me and does one of these comparisons. If you go out to CommoServe, which is pretty awesome, and want to try out doing a SID test on the new Jupiter Fracture, you're going to probably run this first. And then you're going to lose your mind for a couple reasons. One, it doesn't ever want to go back to the menu well, only by doing the shift left, but that's kind of an oddity. Here's the one that caught me. If you go to audio setup now, one of the settings that it has changed, oops, go back one more. Come on, is in the SID addressing. It has unmapped the address to your SID. So no, my 6581 was not in fact dead. I just got a little freaked out thinking it was dead from this process because this had unmapped it. Simple fix, it's back, it's working again. Sound is beautiful. Did drive me nuts, but hopefully someone somewhere in life will find that tip useful. Take two. See ya.